Quick update, here is the engine for the Cub Cadet. I did have this engine fully together, but I made a minor fuck up. These wires right here, main harness, I had coming out on the wrong side. I had everything wired and it's coming out this side of the engine. Because of the voltage regulator right here, I figured everything came out right here. But that's a minor fuck up, didn't cost me anything, just cost me time. My other one cost me about 75 bucks. I'll show you in a second. But this engine's just about ready to go back in. Plan on putting it in, get the drive shaft lined up, get the little bushings in there for the drive shaft. The linkage may not be correct. That's not a big deal. I can deal with that when it's on the tractor. Not a big deal. But my other screw up, let me show you. My pedals. Initially, I could not find them. These are two actually I purchased off of eBay. And of course, as soon as I put these eBay pedals on, I found my originals. So now I actually have two sets of Cub Cadet 3000 series forward and reverse pedals. This one here was already here. I was going to return it, but the eBay seller kind of got bitchy about returning the items and always going to complain to eBay about me. So I'm just going to live with my mistake and not return the pedals. Also, these ones do have the good pads on here, so now actually I have an extra set of pads. So not a huge deal, but I've already paid for them anyways through my credit card, so that's not really a huge deal. It's not really going to bother me too much. I was originally going to use the Mouse Craftsman pedals. I actually had them on here. They were kind of working, but they were rubbing. And then I found these ones on eBay, so I purchased them. Mainly I needed the center console over there, but I bought that, I found that, I purchased that, and then I found the pedals. And of course, as soon as the pedals come in, I looked through my box of parts and I found the originals. But like I said, no big deal on this. It's already done. So anyways, last night I had the engine sitting in place. Then I was realizing with the wiring harness right here on the, I guess that would be the right hand side of the engine. It's kind of hard to think about with this engine because of how it goes in. The flywheel's facing the back, the crankshaft's out the front. But not a big deal. It's only took me about another half hour to fix it. But it just cost me a zip tie. So I'm going to get the engine back in. I did test fire it last night sitting on the table. It did fire on carb cleaner. I have no idea what the inside of the carburetor looks like. I'm just going to hook up the fuel lines. I'm going to replace this fuel line right here because it's pinched. I don't really want to trust that spot right there. I also got to replace the fuel line from the pump to the carburetor. And I'm going to crank it over, see if I have fuel or not. I don't even know if the fuel pump's working on there. If the fuel pump's not working, I got a vacuum pump kicking around. I might stick that on there. It's actually for the Murray Monster, but I'll see about putting the vacuum pump on there temporarily and see if this engine will fire up and run. I know it will run on starter fluid, but on gasoline through the original carburetor, don't really know that yet. But there's where we're at right now on this project and a quick update on everything else. So talk to me later. Please keep red like always, and please comment.